So, what are we doing?
Pulling some plugs or trying to
Yes, but why?
because blew the timing belt.
What? That's ridiculous. Oh no, there's no timing belt. Well, I'm confused, Chris. Isn't this the truck we're supposed to be taking on our trip in September?
In like 4 weeks? Yes, that is correct.
Welcome back to Jeeping for Beginners, folks. Today, we have traveled all the way to the state of Maine to help my brother Chris get his truck fixed in order to get it on the road and ready to go for our trip in September. Kind of a little bit behind the eight ball here because we've only got a couple weeks left and had a major failure with the truck. But hoping with a little bit of elbow grease and some luck and specialty tools, because we love specialty tools, we're going to see if we can get her running again. What do you think, Chris?
I try not to. That's the problem.
Welcome back to Jeeping for Beginners, folks. Today we are doing something a little bit different. We're actually not working on a Jeep. We're working on my brother's Toyota, which you can see in the background. He broke his timing belt, which normally isn't a big deal. You know, it's a maintenance item. You want to replace them from time to time. But because the motor is an interference engine, we decided to play it safe. We are going to be pulling the spark plugs and scoping each of the cylinders to make sure we don't have any bent valves before we go and put it all back together. We've only got a couple weeks left before we are going to hit the road for our trip up to Idaho. So wish us luck. Anyways, if you want to see what's involved, let's check out a couple of clips of getting this thing prepped and ready to go. So, as you can see, the valves are pretty clean, straight. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot of leakage going on in here. So we're only about 4 cylinders deep. Let's check the other 4, and we'll let you know. So we're 3/4 of the way through. Are you feeling pretty confident?
I feel better than when we started, that's for sure.
Yeah, right? I know, it actually looks super clean inside your motor. How many miles are on it?
350.
350,000 miles, and it still looks relatively brand new. You blame that on it being Japanese or using full synthetic oil?
Yes. It's a Toyota, and I'm running full synthetic, so.
It's not a smack against Jeeps, but it is an encouragement for using full synthetic oil.
Dude, check out my hash marks. You see that? Those all pretty X's.
Actually, I am impressed with how clean the cylinder walls are.
Ooh, I see valves.
What would cause hash marks? A grain of sand or something?
No, from original honing when it was brand new.
That cylinder's way in there.
Those valves are clean.
Spin you. I think they look pretty good, man.
I think they look pretty good too.
No contact points. I think we got it. Not bad for 350,000 miles.
Yeah, no kidding. Very well taken care of, Chris.
Yep.
Now, I'm not saying that everyone should have one of these, but this is one of the coolest tools to tell the health inside your engine without actually have to take it all apart. How much did this cost, Chris?
I think that was like $189 or something.
Not bad, not bad.
Every penny.
And the image is crystal clear. I'm really impressed.
Personally, I think it's just a lazy man's tool, which I am all about, because we also were able to check out the Jeep, the fuel tank lines in there without having to stick our heads in there or drop the tank. So,
Good point.
hey, you know, anything to make my lazy man's job easier, I'm all about it.
Which brings us to the next project is going to be this guy over here. So give a thumbs up on the video or comment down below if you'd like to see us get this old YJ back up and running and back out on the trails before we take off from Maine and hit our trip. So like I said, Put it in the comments down below and let me know if that's something you also want to see. All right, Chris, so that's all 8 cylinders. What do you think?
I feel much relieved. So at the very least, I have a truck to go on the trip with. I just have to put it all back together and put all the new parts in and stuff. But at least my cylinders are good.
So it should be relatively easy. It looks like we just got to get. You said we're gonna replace the water pump and the radiator.
Pump, there's a whole bunch of stuff that comes with the
Timing belt
kit. I'm gonna do a radiator, thermostat one, mat it, and a few other things that I haven't touched for 150,000 miles.
You got a fuel pump
But
in
the
there.
good news is that the motor should be clean. There's hardly any carbon buildup, and the cylinder walls still have factory honing on them.
I couldn't believe it.
It's incredible. So very excited. So now it's just a matter of getting it all back together, seeing what we can do about getting it running. That might take, based on weather, as you can see behind me, that might take an extra couple of days. But once we get it there, we'll tune back in and we'll see how she runs. All right, Chris, what point are we at right now?
We're at the point where we don't have a radiator, but we're going to fire it up anyways just to see if it has any life left in it.
So if it starts and it runs, then that means we're on the home stretch. All we got to do is put the cooling system together and the truck is done.
Yeah, it runs. And we've got a viable vehicle.
All right. So we'll leave the camera running just in case we blow something up, because that'll be entertaining. Sad, but entertaining. I'm excited. Like crawling out of my skin excited. Just to hear what this thing sounds like. Because it hasn't run since last year. December, you said?
Yep.
Wow. A lot of hope and prayer here. All right, let's give it a shot. Oh, it sounds great.
Something's still missing, but
No knocking, ticking. I mean, no cooling system, but no knocking, ticking. So the result is truck's back on the road. Chris is happy. What a weekend. So that's one project down. Now it's back to Las Vegas to work on the next project. Once again, my name is Josh. This is Jeeping for Beginners. So stay safe, happy Jeeping, and we will see you next time.
way in there.
I'm excited. Like crawling out of my skin excited. What do you think, Chris?
I try not to. That's the problem.